Hi everyone, and welcome to my new Let's Play of The Outer Worlds. So I've played the game 3 or 4 times. Well, completed the game 3 or 4 times before. I have the Murder on Eridanos DLC installed. I also have Peril on Gorgon. So I've done Peril on Gorgon before. I'm starting a new character because I lost all of my saved data several months ago on my PS4. This is new, but you can press square here on Peril on Gorgon, and it says that it's recommended for players who have reached level 25 or higher. So to begin your adventure on Gorgon, you must have completed one of these quests, and then after completing either quest, return to your ship. Travel anywhere in the system, your new adventure awaits. And the one for Murder on Eridanos is recommended for players who have reached level 30 or higher. To begin your adventure on Eridanos, you must have gained access to the landing pad in Stellar Bay. After gaining access to this area, return to your ship and talk to Ada. Your new adventure will start. So this is new because when they released Peril on Gorgon initially, you didn't really know how to start the DLC. And also, if you had gone too far, like in the end game, you had no way of starting the DLC. So, thankfully, the developers have fixed that issue now. So that's pretty awesome. I will be playing on normal mode. The last playthrough that I'd been working on was for Supernova mode, which is the equivalent of the survival mode on this difficulty. So yeah, just wanted to let you know that I will be playing on normal. The reason being is that in Supernova, having companions is really a challenge, because if they die, as it says here in the description, they can die permanently. So yeah, it's really hard in the beginning, and they tend to like get themselves into trouble and all that. The last playthrough I'd done was a Supernova Lone Wolf type of playthrough. I was up to, I think, Peril on Gorgon, I think, when my PS4 crashed. So anyways, I'll be playing normal mode. So if I find that the game is a little bit too difficult, too easy, I will bump it to hard. But we'll start with normal. It will allow me to get myself reacquainted with the game as well. So yeah, all of these are all good.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists will have to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
I'm curious to see if they added more faces or more appearances, because if there's one drawback to this character creation, at least for the physical character, is that yeah, there's not that many choices as far as customization is concerned. The game itself doesn't really, I guess, show you your character too often, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm thinking I'm going to go with good everywhere, just because of the good increases that you get. I'm going to be like yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start with that. Let's go with next. I will be using mainly ranged on this character.
We'll put those marksmanship scores to good use.
Mm-hmm. And also I'm guessing stealth.
You certainly know your way around a mag pick.
Aptitude, of course, this has very little bearing on your character's yeah. I'm gonna go with safety inspector. Plasma damage received -3%.
Nothing about what we're doing is even remotely safe.
Here's the appearance, so I'm gonna go with male. I'm gonna go with the face. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any new options from what I can tell. So there's only 15 different faces that they've made available. The one that I find the least annoying usually is this one, or potentially number 3. Yeah, let's go with number 3. Skin tone. Go with that. Eye color. Bright white, bright blue. These are nice. Brow are horizontal. I don't really care about that. Yeah. Okay, and hair. The hell. Yeah. Usually this is the one that I like, so it's number 16. This one's pretty good too. Yeah, let's go with this one. Hair color. So it could go a whole bunch of different hair colors. Silver gray, maybe. That's 40. It's like blonde. Yeah, maybe this one. Eyebrow style. Can you like have no eyebrows? Yeah, you can actually. Let's go with no eyebrows. Facial hair. So number 3 is good so far. Yeah, the mutton chops. Nope. No. Yeah, so very limited choices as far as facial hair is concerned. And now the color. I'm going to try and maybe put it at 50 as well. Yeah, sure. Same color. Features. So it seems like he has like some kind of earring in his ear, but it's just a weird thing. Makeup. Yeah, no. Probably not. Wow. Yuck. It's not makeup, it's like damage or something. Anyways, no. Nothing like that. Dirt. Yeah. Scars. Yeah, that one I like. It has one across both eyes, seems like. One's more intense than the other, though. So 11 is a good choice. I don't see what scar this is. No idea. And this one, okay, that one's just right above his eye. This one's, yeah, that one's pretty severe. So yeah, number 11's good. Age. Okay, so that just wrinkles up his face. We're gonna go with just, yeah, this one. All right, next name. I'm gonna go with my real first name. And finally, summary. So I have, at least with handguns and long guns and heavy weapons, I have unlocked already the novice one, which unlocks TTD location hit effects, so that one's pretty cool. And under the sneak tree, or stealth, sorry, I have a sneak attack, so attack unaware enemies while crouched to deal bonus damage, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's start.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Drive
Shit.
evaporated.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid.
Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Yeah, the loading screens in this game are fun. The initial ones are not that bad, but after a certain point in the game, like all games, they last longer and longer.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
So
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
So just to let you all know, I'm going to be acting as if I've never played this game before. So even though I know pretty much about what everything happens, but you know, I'm going to try and suspend disbelief here. I just have to remember what's the button for jumping. Let me just go map my buttons here. Controls. Button layout. So jumping, I'd like it to be triangle, yes. That one's good. Stealth is good. What does this one do? I don't know. Whoops. Yeah, L1 is for the Adreno inhaler. Alright. Yeah, I removed the tutorials and all that, so... take.
Now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Unfortunately, there's... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to get hurt by dropping down here. Yep. I'm just going to let my health regenerate slowly. There's someone here.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding's stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's Choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
How are you feeling?
Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
What's this about marauders?
Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hullhead grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
I've got a better idea. Give me your gun and I'll go get help.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna.
Do you know anything about the Hope?
The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Alright, I'm off. Okay, nothing in these bins. What's this? Mag pick. Gourmet saltuna fillets. Okay. That's something I can pick up. Yep. Dehydrated water tablets. Always useful. This guy has a little cot. There's some more stuff here. Tartarus sauce. Pre-sliced bread. Fast ration pill. And another mag pick. So he talked about shooting those barrels.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Right. Blow this guy up.
Help! Help!
Okay. These must be the marauders that that guy in the cave was talking about. Set up some kind of camp here. Probably gonna need these supplies, so might as well pick them up. This container is locked. Let me see if I can open it up with some mag picks. Oh, some kind of staff. Interesting. Right, there may be more marauders out here, so I'm going to be careful. I think when I hide in this grass, this tall grass, it's better. So let me try and shoot this guy. He's moving. Pre-built mining gear. Sure, I'll take it. I may be able to use it at some point. And there are 2 corpses here. This one had some cartridges that may be useful. Ammo for this pistol. Another sentry saber. Might as well take anything I can carry. Never know when maybe this game is going to, not this game, but this gun is going to stop working at some point. That must be Hawthorne's ship. There's some people here.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed!
What's up?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
So I heard. I found one of your teammates holed up in a cave.
Really? How is he?
He'll make it. I helped him with the pain.
Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some.
Do Spacer's Choice guards back down from a challenge?
Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Okay.
Bonus.
Looks like your colleague died. You don't seem to care. Don't mind if I take his stuff then. Wasn't there a marauder here? Sure, there was one here. Can't seem to find a body. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's one of those dogs that I saw earlier. Dog-like creatures. Okay, oh, there's a marauder corpse here. And another one. Oh, 2 here. Okay, so this is all the equipment that I've picked up, the weapons, the armor. Yeah, it looks funky, but whatever. This is the 8 items. Okay. Toss ball card Aldo Vicente. All right.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Let's have a look inside the ship.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Light assault rifle.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
I'm not here to misappropriate anything.
I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating dishonesty. Please prepare yourself for lethal deterrence. Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is something supposed to be happening?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
Is this Hawthorne's ship?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Hawthorne was supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
Hawthorne's dead, I'm sorry.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be Captain Hawthorne, or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced.
I doubt I'll find a part like that just sitting in a garage.
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yeah, Ada, I got it. Thanks.
Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
That's a bit of a strange computer. Right, so... Four points available. Yeah, let's put the rest in dialogue. And then, no, accept. Oh, damn. Okay. There. Apply. Perks. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pack Mule. Okay.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain. The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. If you possess a power regulator, please insert the part into the appropriate slot, which is this one. Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Alright, so let's go to this town that Ada's mentioned to us.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. I'm afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Really? After I patched up your friend?
Yeah, fair point. I'll let it go this time. If you're looking to help us out with our marauder problem, talk to Constable Reyes over in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Take care. Alright, so east of here. I think there's a Looks like the Marauders killed some townspeople. Another suit of this Marauder gear. Thinking maybe I'll change outfits, because if I approach the town using this, wearing this gear, they may mistake me for a Marauder. Let's just put back my my normal suit. Wow. I think that's the town.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's Marauder territory, friend.
My pod crashed in the hills back there.
Your pod? What are you on about? You take a bruise to the cranium? Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I never got your name. I'm Mark.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Who do I talk to about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Tobson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work. Are you offering me a job?
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
So you want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that.
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is Abernathy a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Where can I find these people?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
This town must be in pretty bad shape if it's keeping you employed.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You're not worried about falling sick?
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
How long have you been a junior in humor, gravedigger, whatever?
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
You lose a lot of people to marauders?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? Loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Thanks for your time. Alright, so... Early retirement. Do you want to end your years in luxury and comfort? Do you dream of walking beneath the vaulted arches of Byzantium? Early retirement is finally here. Early retirement is your ticket to Byzantium. Early retirement is Chairman Rockwell and Minister Clark's gift to you. Selection for the early retirement process is by lottery. Winners enjoy an all-expense paid trip to their new life in Byzantium, the jewel of Halcyon. Okay. Yeah, this must be Silas's stuff. I'll leave it here. I shouldn't be stealing his stuff, really. Oh, wait, there's a terminal. Doesn't seem to be locked. Let's use it. Messages. From Inhumers Association. Dear reader, your subscription to the Inhumers Association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Act now and we'll throw in a copy of our newest publication, Shovels, Gazette, and Quarterly. From Spacer's Choice Human Resources. Official advertisement text. Edgewater Cemetery is a property of the Spacer's Choice Company. The Spacer's Choice family takes care of its own, from the cradle to the grave. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided by Spacer's Choice at an affordable rate. Comfortable, spacious plots, custom engraved headstones and monograms, complimentary eulogy courtesy of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. Let your spirit rest in the privacy of a Spacer's Choice brand gravesite. Inventory logs. Burial invoice. Password require. Name: Theodore Granger. Cause of expiration: industrial accident. Burial status: successfully interred in gravesite 13F. Gravesite fees paid and accounted for. Inhumers addendum: Teddy's corpse was missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Okay. Interesting. I think there's another house. Yeah. Can I go in here? No. Alright, let's head into town. Emerald Vale. Raise your science skill to do tinkering on your weapons and armor. All right.
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me.
Why not?
Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
Why? What's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
What kind of trouble?
People trouble. Lazy worker like me getting special treatment from some out-of-town physiker like you? People will talk. Company always tells us, weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
I'll leave you be. Yeah. This is not looking good. Oh.
I just earned a fine bonus.
You shot that rat? I don't know where it went. Interesting. Wow. There's dead people in here. Yeah, this would all be, I don't want to take, for some reason I can take these. Okay. There's more scraps.
Something's not right. Take him down! You right! Put him down! Company ammo!
Okay.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Okay. I think Silas told me that Conrad works at the barber shop. Let's go and see if we can talk to him. Get those gravesite keys.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I can show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm looking to repair my ship.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the Vicar take a look inside your head.
Your Vicar?
Vicar Maximilian. Our man from the OSI. here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties.
You don't seem to like him much.
He doesn't seem to like us much. The Vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority.
Silas sent me to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
Letter from Phyllis. Conrad. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's going to have to call it for what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us, so I was thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry them out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Use the bits to pay his body price and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Huh. So this must be... Is this the guy from Theodore Granger? I don't know. No, and I think that's separate. Yeah. I guess we have the collateral now.
What can I do for you?
Right, his name is Eugene, not Theodore. I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral for your gravesite fees?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
They were probably worth a few bits.
More than a few. Those teeth were his personal savings. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body. and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills? Can I?
Ask forgiveness from the Vicar later.
The good Vicar Maximilian and I have never quite seen eye to eye, but your point is well taken. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature, and an IOU.
Alright, goodbye. Alright. So that's the sick house. There's a cantina here. Might as well go take a look, see if there's anything that they can talk to us about.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
If only McDevitt's folk hadn't abandoned us. Cannery could use those extra hands.
Nothing we can do about that.
Sure there is. We can have another 0G.
I don't know you.
I'm Mark.
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
And what a fine establishment it is.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
What's this about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I want to talk to Reed. Where can I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Tobson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Tobson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
There was something else I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Yeah, I guess it's not.
Will there be anything else?
What if I told you I just got shot into space by crazy scientists?
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
I'm not joking. My escape pod landed in the hills on top of a guy.
Look, I don't know what you're blathering about. If you took a blow to your skull, you really should settle down with some 0G. Anyhow, whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these 4 walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone else's terms.
There you go with that thinking again. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's dangerous? I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Yeah, sounds like I'm gonna have to go talk to that vicar. I should go. Alright, so everybody's like leaving all of a sudden. This is all stuff probably that I should not be stealing. Kind of a cool place. All right. General store. Interesting. Let's go check that out. Hello, sir.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
I need to fix a ship. You know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Tobson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
I've got some questions for you.
Go right ahead.
What's your take on this place?
What, you mean Edgewater? That's a peculiar question. This a test? Am I being tested right now? It's, fine and dandy. Couldn't be happier. Wouldn't want to spend my life working anywhere else. Prettiest little town on Terra, too.
I'm glad you're so optimistic.
I have every reason to be. I caught a real break working in a place like this. I don't get paid for banter. Was there something you needed?
Actually, there was.
Go right ahead.
Anyone I should watch out for?
Other than yourself? Definitely the vicar.
So,
don't get me
vicar
wrong.
again. Wow.
He seems a decent man, cut from church cloth, knows his scriptures. But there's something about him that bothers me. Like he's not one of us. Sometimes I suspect he doesn't even want to be here.
Thanks. Anyone else?
I'd keep a few paces between myself and Miss Holcomb, the town mechanic, since her dear father left the workforce. No ill intent in her, mind. Just a queer sort, restless, scatterbrained, inclined to do first and think after, if you take my meaning.
Interesting. That everyone I should know about?
Amelia. Definitely Amelia Kim. I advise against stepping foot in her drinking establishment altogether.
I just did.
Word is, they're gonna replace her with an automechanical barkeep. She's... what's the word? Obsolete. You don't want to associate yourself with that kind of person.
So about this plague that's supposed to be going around.
Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical vigor.
Is there a reason you feel like you have to hide what's going on?
You have got the wrong idea about me. I've got nothing that needs hiding. Some of us who get sick are liable to exaggerate the conditions of that sickness, but the fact is, if you work hard, you have got no cause to worry.
What do you mean by that?
Survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of nature, it's company policy. Medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Natural selection at work.
And if you don't work hard enough?
Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with its touch, and you must recover on the virtue of your own grit. Listen, you mind if we talk about something else? Rambling about company policy gets me feeling all lightheaded.
Alright, let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
I'm probably just going to sell him some stuff, to be honest. Let's go under weapons. I'm not going to use that sentry, any of these sentry sabers. That staff, I can sell him. I might as well sell the handgun too. Sentry saber. I guess I'll keep the light assault rifle. Sawed-off shotgun, not really. Seems like it's very poor condition too, so toss ball stick. Alright, and armor. Oops. Yeah, I think I can scrap these to get armor parts. For now, I will just sell it. Aid. I guess I can keep all of those for now. And this is all junk I can sell, so there we go. All right. This must be the church. You can go have a chat with that vicar I've been hearing so much about. Are you the vicar?
Work fortifies the spirit.
Okay.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of deserting, are you?
What? No. And I resent the accusation.
Wasn't nothing but a question. Do excuse me.
I must be on my way. Verity to you.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
OSI vial. Okay. I'm guessing this is the vicar.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
I'm looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Tobson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say? Tell me more.
So you'll consider it? I do appreciate you hearing me out, and, your discretion. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Okay. Well, I think I'll come back and talk to him later. I really need to go find that Mr. Thompson fellow. So this must be the cannery. It's the largest building in the town.
You some sort of freelancer?
I guess you could say that. Oh. Bolter pistol, Nightingale step, bit cartridges. Cool. I used up 2 of my mag picks for that though. I have to keep an eye out for more.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Got my sights on you.
Okay. Weapon parts. Yeah, that's the cannery, all right. Nobody had reception, but he got killed, so. Logs. Okay. Just more Spacer's Choice garbage, I guess.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Tobson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Tobson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
She did.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Tobson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Tobson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess, you want me to do something for you before you'll help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old Botanical Lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The Botanical Labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the Botanical Labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
How can I help?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the Botanical Lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Okay. All right, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Tobson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. All right.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can
Sure,
we talk?
What's up?
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Tobson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about deserters. So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Tobson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Did you notice Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Tobson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. Why were Reed and Adelaide arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Tobson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them. You were friends or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Yeah, I can't really blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Tobson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I actually already met the vicar. He asked me to find a book for him.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll go stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright, let's go talk to the vicar.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
You're right there. Hello, Vicar. It's me again.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance.
I haven't found your book yet.
Please, get it.
Of course, but I had something I wanted to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Tobson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later, Vicar. All right. So we still have to go talk to Phyllis at the cannery. Let's turn on that quest, actually. A small grave matter. It's actually a task. So let's go talk to Phyllis. She's in the cannery, so this way. think. No, this is probably Abernathy. What's this? Wanted Bertie Cotton. From the Spacer's Choice Department of Retirement, a writ of execution effective immediately for Bert Cotton, former vicar stationed in Edgewater, Vicarage, no longer in good standing with the Alcyon Branch Order of Scientific Inquiry. At large and dangerous, wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, sedition, and unauthorized use of medical supplies. Generous bounty, payment on delivery, must be able to sign your own name. See Constable Reyes for details. This one, Guillaume Gil Antrim. Writ of execution, former Spacer's Choice associate mechanic, terminated from his position and escorted from Edgewater on grounds of unauthorized use of adrena time. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, theft and unauthorized use of medical supplies, generous bounty, blah blah blah. Also same thing. And this one, Doc Maybell Burgess, former Spacer's Choice physician, condemned on charges of dereliction of duty. Disappeared from Edgewater with 2 parcels of adrena time, at large and dangerous. Wanted for destruction of company property, murder of company workers in good standing, vandalism and unlicensed practice of medicine on seditious criminals. I guess we need to go talk to the constable.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free.
If you need help with your marauder problem, I'm for hire.
As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
Alright, I'll take care of that. See you later.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
I know how you feel.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, so this must be,
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Yes, Mr. Tobson. I'm fine, Mr. Tobson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Tobson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Tobson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're Martin Abernathy.
What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm just here to collect your gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
Knows what?
I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies.
Don't say that, Mr. Abernathy. You still got a couple decades in you.
I'd steer clear, Ms. Holcomb. My affliction's bound to be contagious. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Alright, I'll do it.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Anything I should know about this community center?
Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives.
I'll leave you be.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Oh?
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got symptoms of something. You're saying it's psychosomatic?
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic.
What do you need the medicine for?
I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do.
Let me worry about that.
All right. Here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
I get it. You need someone to smuggle you medicine under the table.
Something like that. Look, I'm not in the habit of law breaking, but sometimes you've got to do the wrong thing for the right reasons.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask of you.
Okay. So, in the town here, I think we need to speak to Phyllis. She works at the cannery, so let's head back there.
Almost lost a finger in the cannery today.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Maintenance division. What's this?
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
Oh, so this is your place, Parvati. Can I take this mag pick?
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay.
Yes, I do need it. Thank you. Bypass shunt. Okay. That's a neat electrical diagram, I think. Bunch of nanners. Alright, some good ammo. Toss ball blocker. Okay. Is that your dad's or? Mock apple juice.
If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something.
Okay.
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office. Easy.
open last search. Last search, Indumati. Searching, 2 records found. First entry. Indumati left Edgewater today. She's been reassigned to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if I'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I'll look up and think of you. Transcript, note from Indumati. Robert, they wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you will raise her with love, perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell me her birthday will be set on the date she's legally delivered to you. She was actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. Indumati. Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Searching, 1 record found. Open last entry. I sat up last night reading through the Young Spacer's Guide. Almost started reading it out loud from habit. It's been 10 years, but I still have parts of it memorized. Reckon I'll take the next volume into work at the cannery. There's an unused office where I've been taking my lunches. May as well read the whole thing again. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here. If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
No.
I don't like coming out here. People on the streets.
That's some kind of a board game.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got him.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of sterner stuff.
I think he was plagued. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plagued? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Okay. Sad. It seemed like there was blood underground there for a moment, but... Alright, let's go into the cannery and try and find Phyllis. Okay. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they're putting sprats in the cans here instead of salt tuna. Just a restroom. More sprats. This must be the power regulator. Let's not touch that right now. This is all stealing, so no. Bard. Kind of storage room. Yep, definitely putting sprats into the meat grinder here. Oh, this is Phyllis Granger's terminal. Messages from R. Thompson. Phyllis, owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I have sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstance, distribute your ration of medication to any other worker. We're all in this together. Personal files. I can hack it. Continue. Personal files, last entry. Theodore buried last night. Reed asked me not to report his death in our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Was asked to prepare a statement or something for the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work, show up, wear a smile, and you'll get your medical privileges. It's a start. Okay. I'm going to put 5 more points into stealth and 5 more into range. There we go. Oh, this must be Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the foreman.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
Gravesite fees I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
It's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
It must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
Okay.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not an asset.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
I'll let you get back to work. Alright, so the only gravesite fees that I need to go collect are the ones from Ludwig. And he's out in guard at the landing pad southeast of Edgewater. Oops. I have to open the door, not go into that TTD. Oh, Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 2. Sure, why not? That must be the guide that Parvati was talking about in her terminal. Company notifications. From the office of Reed Tobson, Outpost Administrator. Symptoms of infection have now reached a critical mass. I have instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is a reality of life on the frontier, and as spacers we are expected to face up to reality. And the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. We must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness of that privilege. If you find yourself suffering the symptoms of incipient plague, the best thing you can do for yourself and for your family is to don your jumpers and come to work. Work fortifies the spirit. Physical illness recapitulates spiritual weakness. So that's that good old Spacer's Choice spiel. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm going to finish the episode here. Put on the idle camera. So yeah, next time I'll go pick up those gravesite fees from Ludwig, and maybe work on those bounties for the constable, just to, you know, get some more bits and stuff like that. So anyways, see you at the next episode. Bye.